Sounds like a good time out there at the fair. Hopefully some good weather, too.
Yeah, the weather's going to be great at the Santa Cruz County Fairgrounds for the next several days. We're talking highs in the low 70s every day, low to mid 70s. Should be great.
Yeah.
A little warm in the afternoon, cool at nights. You know, dress in layers if you're going to be there for a while, but should be pretty nice. Here's a live look from Domenico's on the Wharf as we take a look out there across the harbor in Monterey tonight. Slightly reduced visibility. We have increased moisture levels in the air tonight as a cold front starts to work its way through the area. Now, a lot of times cold fronts can bring rain. This time of year, it's hard to get that going, but we could see some drizzle overnight, and I actually do think we'll see a little bit in some north and west facing coastal slopes. So watch out for some slick spots out there. I don't think we're going to see a lot tonight, but you know, we see some almost every time we have low clouds anyway, so it's not like it's a new and different special thing. With that said, you might have to switch the windshield wipers once or twice if you're going to be out and about late this evening, but it shouldn't be a major issue for us. Otherwise, temperature's still fairly mild. We're in the low 60s for most cities around the bay. The reason is we don't really have an inversion that is set up. You know, typically on a calm night, the cool air drains out of the mountains and pools in the valleys and these nice, tranquil, calm little pools. But when the wind is mixed up a little bit, it prevents that from forming and also prevents the temperatures from dropping all that much. So we're still in the 60s for cities around the bay and really inland as well. Temperatures are pretty homogeneous across the viewing area tonight, which I guess is cool, but not because it's mild. Anyway, here is a look at our storm tracker. The cold front just to our north being dragged behind this stronger low pressure system, which is moving into the northern Rockies, bringing snow to portions of Montana. The weather pattern becoming more active now that we're hitting basically fall or meteorological fall, and we can expect systems like this to pass by maybe once a week or so. We might actually have one before the end of next week. In fact, maybe early next week. One other note, Tropical Storm Francine made landfall in New Orleans, or near New Orleans, in Louisiana, I should say. It's moving past New Orleans right now. Some good storm surge out there with that storm, but it is weakening. It'll provide some heavy rain for folks out there. This system, as I mentioned, on its way out. We're just catching the tail end of the dry cold front with it. And then we kind of go into a tranquil weather pattern for the weekend. Light northwesterly flow, which is going to lead to seasonable to slightly cool temperatures inland, but decent weather really through the weekend. Not much going on with it. With that said, winds will pick up Saturday into Sunday as the next system digs down the coast. That's going to pass by, and you might get a little bit of a green splotch on the map there Monday morning. So we do have a chance of some light rain showers with that system, and then if that weren't enough, another lobe of this area of low pressure will rotate in next Wednesday or so. So we get a couple chances of some light precipitation this time of year, unless we have big moisture surge on top of a strong storm system. It's hard to get much in the way of rainfall, but we might see a little bit next week, enough to wet some roadways down and make things slippery out there. We're going to be keeping a close eye on that for you. In the meantime, overnight, as I mentioned, a little drizzle possible. Otherwise, we're going to wake up to mostly cloudy skies for the coast and major valleys. Into the afternoon tomorrow, we should see some decent clearing as some drier air filters in behind the front. So while we may have a few low clouds on the south side of the bay tomorrow, I think we'll be generally pretty sunny across the region. And temperatures will actually warm up a little bit compared to what we had today. So a little bit warmer tomorrow. In fact, we're going to get into the 80s, maybe mid 80s in places in the Santa Cruz Mountains like Ben Lomond and Boulder Creek. Down on the coast, great beach day in Santa Cruz at 78, 75 in Capitola. Keep in mind water temperatures about as warm as they get this time of year, and it starts cooling off into the winter. So if you were trying to dip your toes into that cold Pacific Ocean, well, it's still cold, but not as cold as it is in like March and February, okay? On the east shore of the bay, 60s Castroville to Marina, mid-70s up north, mid-70s in Salinas, 80s in Hollister, upper 80s Gilroy, Monterey Peninsula. We still have wind coming in tomorrow. It'll slowly taper off, but we'll keep that onshore air conditioning going with mid-60s in Pacific Grove, upper 60s Monterey to Seaside and Carmel. And then down south, we'll still see some 60s or 70s, I should say, for the major valleys, but some 80s and maybe touching 90 in a few spots down south tomorrow afternoon. 7-day forecast for coastal cities showing that temperatures will stay pretty seasonable here for the next several days, maybe a touch cooler as we head into the weekend. Then we've got a pair of systems coming through next week. And again, slight rain chances Monday, maybe again midweek. Temperatures can warm up with these fronts coming through this time of year because it keeps the marine layer from developing and staying cold. So sometimes the temperatures look warm on the coast, whereas inland, you know, they'll be below normal. Inland areas also seasonable for the next couple days and then cooling off with this pair of systems coming through out of the weekend. Of course, we'll keep an eye on those rain chances for you, so stay tuned.